Welcome back to Spring Into Math 6. This is Mr. Stein, and today we're going to talk about tape diagrams and bar models. Okay, so a tape diagram. So tape diagrams are visual models that use rectangles to represent the parts of a ratio. So since they are a visual model, drawing them requires attention to detail in the setup. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you can use a bar model as your visual representation. Okay, so let's take a closer look to kind of bring this into focus. All right, so our question. In a school, there are 250 students. The ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 2. What is the total number of boys in the school? What is the total number of girls in the school? Draw a tape diagram for a visual display of the problem. Okay, so first let's start with what we know. So the first thing we know is that we know the total number of students is 250. The second thing is that we know that for every 3 boys, there are 2 girls. So we're going to start by drawing the tape diagram for the ratio. So we have at the top here, we have 3 bars for the boys and 2 bars for the girls. So we have a ratio of 3 boys to 2 girls. Okay, so we're going to combine the information to show the composition of the group. So if the total number of students is equal to 250 and is composed of 5 groups, each group has 50 because 250 divided by 5 students. Okay, so think about that. It's 250 divided by 5 is 50. So the diagram will look like this. So you have 50, 50, and 50 for our 3 groups of boys and 2 groups of 50 for our 2 groups of girls, totaling our 250 student population. All right, so to find the total number of girls, you add the segments. 50 plus 50 is 100, so we have 100 girls. And to find the total number of boys, we add those 3 segments. 50 plus 50 plus 50 is 150, so we have 150 boys. So our answer to this question of the student population of 250 students is that there are 150 boys and 100 girls in the school. All right, let's try a couple more. So this one, Peter went to a store and spent $4 on ice cream and $1 on chocolate. He has $8 left over. How much money did Peter take to the store? So we're going to use a tape diagram to answer this question. So this one's a little simpler. All right, so our tape diagram is going to have 3 parts. We have the 2 parts that he spent and the 1 part, the money that he has left over. Okay, so basically he spent $4, so we have 1 block of 4. He spent $1 on chocolate, we have another block of 1, and then he brought $8 home, so we have a block of 8. So essentially you're just combining all of these blocks. We have 4 plus 1 plus 8. And 4 plus 1 plus 8 is 13. All right, let's try another one. All right, so the tape diagram below displays the home runs scored by 3 players during a baseball game. All right, so how many home runs did Rich score? So you can see here we have a block for Mike, we have 3 blocks for Mark, and then we have just 1 large block for Rick. So we got to figure out how many Rich scored. And if you can see here, it shows that we have 5 runs in that first block for Mike. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if we're going to fill it out, we want to put a 5 in each of those blocks. So we have 5 blocks in Mike's, we have 3 blocks in Mark's. So we have 5 runs for Mike, 15 for Mark, and then we have to figure out how many Rich. So this is why when we were talking in the beginning, we talked about being particular with how you draw it. So you can see here, if we were just kind of like to segment it up, so let me see, I'm going to pinch it, get it a little bit bigger, and see if I can really demonstrate what I'm talking about here. So if you were to think about it like this, you can tell that this leftover area needs to be blocked into 2. So essentially you're doing 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. Okay, and so when you do that, you're left with Rich having 15, the same as like Mark, plus the extra 10, so 15 plus 10 is 25. So that's kind of using that tape diagram to solve that one. Okay, so that's going to wrap up tape diagrams. See you next time.